So today we're going to be talking about the atomic structure and some ways that can be expressed. So first off, we're going to talk about what actually is an atom. So an atom has a positively charged nucleus. So that's going to be where the protons and neutrons are. So that's this little thing down the bottom. You'll have protons and neutrons contained within the nucleus. Now in orbiting that nucleus, we're going to have these little things called electrons. Now, electrons have a charge of -1, and they also have a property called spin, but we're not too worried about that right now. So these electrons, they orbit the positively charged nucleus, and they have that negative charge, okay? And the center of this nucleus is positively charged. So the negative and the positive, they kind of attract to each other, and they create this interaction where the electrons just orbit around, okay? Now, the type of atom that this is determined by the number of protons within the nucleus. Okay, so that's another thing to note. So if we have a look at this image above, we can see that it can be expressed, the type of atom can be expressed in this form. So just like it says here, the mass number is going to be equal to the mass of the protons plus the mass of the neutrons. So it's basically the weight, or mass, sorry, not weight, the mass of this part here is equals the mass number. All right, now that's neutrons and protons. Now, if we just look at the atomic number, that is just talking about the number of protons. So usually it's half the mass number. Typically, there is the same number of protons and neutrons within the nucleus. So if we have a mass number of 12, then you'll find that there's 6 neutrons and 6 protons within the nucleus. So if we look at a specific example now, let's have a look at carbon. Mass number of 12 and an atomic number of 6. So that means that there's 6 protons and 6 neutrons within the atom. The mass only comes from protons and neutrons, not electrons. And then that means that our symbol, the symbol of carbon, is just C. So that is how we represent carbon using the proper symbols, just like this.